One of the most important things to realize is, it says know your enemy. So we have like ISIS, the Hamas, putting out, thank God, I don't look at the media. I don't want to traumatize myself. Studies show that media gives people anxiety and depression. Now, if I offered you, would you like anxiety and depression? Would you actually go look at it? Obviously, it doesn't mean not to be aware of what's going on, but it means the awareness is not meant to overtake your life. It's not meant to terrify you. The evil wants us to live in the same vicious, it's called a zero-sum game. There's an Arab statement, me against my brother and I against my father and I against my cousin and I against the world. In other words, they live a world in which everybody is mean, and so people become defensive. That's not the world that we live in. That's not the world that we want to live in. We want to live in the opposite world. We want to live in the world of love, where we can trust one another, where we can give to one another, where we care for one another. And people that live in that world, in fact, it was an Israeli reporter, maybe it was left-wing or something. He went into Gaza, this is not recently, a while ago, and there was a parade, and they have all these idiots with, they have their children in these like suicide vests, glorifying murder, and they're raising them to do that. So the reporter goes to him, he says, is this what you want? You want your beautiful little daughter to blow herself up? So the guy says, yes. And what about you? Don't you want that? And he's like, no. He says, what do you mean no? In other words, in their reality, we are at war with them. We're not at war with them. There's a line that if the Arabs dropped their weapons, there'd be no war. If the Jews dropped their weapons, there'd be no Jews. So the point is that we are not at war with them. They're at war with us. Why are they at war? Because they're miserable bastards, quite simply. When they asked Freud for the psychological definition of an anti-Semite, he said a miserable bastard. And I used to think that that's a joke, but it's not a joke. Why do people become bullies? Because they're miserable. And they're jealous that other people are not. And they live in what we call zero-sum. They think that the world's out there to be against them. Putin has a little bit of this mentality, I have to be very strong and defensive, where actually the world is not there. It's not against you. The world, most of the world are just good people wanting to get by and want to make the world a better place. And so we have to not look at their propaganda. We have to not buy into, because what they want to show you is that the world is evil. They're using themselves as an example. Oh, look how evil the world is. And I'm the proof of it. Well, actually, you're the proof that misery likes company. But the actual world itself was created by God. People by nature, nobody's born negative. People are born positive with love. And ultimately, the Mashiach is about to come, and the tzaddikim, all the people that have infinite love in them, are coming back, and we're going to experience infinite love and joy. So let's just keep on doing more goodness and kindness, supporting Israel, and really just recognizing evil is people that, like Obama, that look so cool. Meanwhile, he was the one that allowed ISIS to happen. So people that look good don't mean that they are good. Usually they're covering something up. If a person is good, usually they're soft, they're kind. These are the kind of people we want around us. L'chaim v'levracha.